Okay, what is going on? Well, we got this. We've worked on this truck before, 68 GMC. Gentleman had brought it in once before. We had done cab corners and in and out of rockers. He took it home and then he came back, and now we are doing Beltec. He bought some Beltec stuff and some stuff from KMS Tools. Basically, we're doing a 4-inch drop in the rear and a 3-inch drop in the front on it. And replacing a couple ball joints, doing the shocks. Yeah. So that's what's going on with this old girl. So she's all ripped apart. This gentleman, he does a little bit at a time. He uses this truck every single day. Every single day. Now she needs a paint job, she needs this, but he had the engine rebuilt, tranny gone through. He brought it to us for that rust repair that was on the lower half so it wouldn't get any worse during the winter, because yes, he drives it all year round in the winter. Now he's doing the drop on it. You can see he's done a steering box. He's put Dakota gauges in it. I like this. I like this because he's driving it and building it as he goes, and that's the best part of a vehicle to me. Once they're done, they're done. I'm sorry, but when they're done, they're done. And even I have to admit, I find on my own cars, when they're done, I have a great time with them for the first year. But after that, I'm kind of bored of them. And that's why I have so many, because I build another. But unfortunately, I can't sell the one I'm bored of, because I'm a hoarder. What can I say? But I did sell some last year, and you all know that. Anyway, let's check it out outside here. So, we got the floors all finished up. Mike did a fabulous job on the 76 Ford. Now this old girl, she needs some love and care, obviously still. But again, a young guy. He's fixing it up. He took care of the mechanical. Then it needed floors, because if he didn't have floors in it, he can't drive it. Took care of that. Then he'll worry about the rest after. But he's made himself a good, strong, reliable truck he can drive. So here's the floors. You'd never even know, would you? So we had to do the cab supports underneath and the floors. Now we didn't do the back floors. I just cleaned them up and sprayed them. But all the fronts. All the fronts. Beautiful job. We get around the other side there. Take a look. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Like I said, you can see he's done the mechanical. Tranny's done, exhaust is done, tires done, brakes are done, running wise done. That's the most important part. While everyone else is so concerned about what their paint looks like and they're broke down the side of the road, us guys that got the rusty old vehicles, I was still driving right by him because we did the mechanical first, which is what you should do when you build a car. So speaking of rust, yep, this is a 92 Toyota. Now you're probably saying, why wouldn't a guy just get a new box or a used box? He says he's looked everywhere, and if he does find one, they're all dented up and rusted too. So we're going to cut this out, boom, put some new pieces in there, give her a splash job, and that's it. This is a splash and dash, because this gentleman, this is actually off his little Toyota that he uses in the winter and goes hunting with and in the bush. But the box is getting so bad that, you know, you get a little worried that DOT is going to pull you over and say something about it, right? This is the engine we picked up for the, what is it, the 53 or the 54 GMC over there, the 5-window. Remember, we pulled out the 6, we're going to go V8. This is a motor we got for it, we bought it. Ran like a dream. Transmission was laying around here somewhere. I just walked by it, I think. Anyway, I got it all sprayed down, washed up. It's just a matter of taking it apart. Even though it ran good, we're going to, you know, when you got a motor like this and it's out, and you're going to give it a quick little, you know, Craigslist rebuild, which means spray bomb it. I still pull the oil pan, put a new gasket, pull the intake, put new gaskets, you know. I'll put a new fuel pump, a new water pump. Even though they were working fine, I'll replace some little things, put a new thermostat, put some new plugs in it. That's just common sense to do the little things, right? Put some new valve cover gaskets. I'm not going to pull the heads off. I'm not going to go to that extreme. But at least then when I do pull that off, the pan and that, I get a look down in there and see how good this engine really is. It ran really good. This sucker had like 40, 50 pounds oil pressure when it was cold. It sat in idle at 30 pounds when it got hot. It just ran good. It never ticked, it didn't smoke, it didn't knock, it did nothing. It just sat there and purred. And by the looks of it, to me, it wasn't really that dirty. I'm thinking that someone did something to it. It's not all cammed up, but someone was in there and played with it, there's no doubt about it. And then of course we've got the 65 cab, which is all done and ready, waiting to go on the frame. But right now we got the frame. We're just in the middle of getting that all painted up and prepped, and then the cab will go on, and this old girl will go home to Frank. And he's going to play with it through the fall, and then it will come back sometime later. And that's what's going to go on there. And of course, there's the GMC right there. that this engine's going in. And like I say, somewhere the tranny's here. Where'd it go? There it is, right there. Got her all washed up and cleaned up. Again, I'll pull the pan, put a new filter, new gasket, you know, put a new seal in the back of the tranny, the pinion seal, whatever. Why wouldn't you do that? You would do that. That's just what you would do. It only makes sense to spend the extra 20 bucks and the extra hour to do that kind of shit while it's apart, right? And you can see the Camaro. There it is, the 68 ragtop Camaro. It is sitting down there because we are going to start on that this week. I think this week, or is it next week? I don't know, but we are starting on it here. That's why it moved from this carport to that carport. We're going to get started on her and let her rip. Away we go. So, yeah. We'll take you in the shop here and we'll show you. Now, some of you guys, God, I can't even see here. The sun's in my eyes, guys, so hang on a second here. Some of you guys have been watching these videos, and in the background you have seen, let me hang on a second before I go over there, Sean's been priming. You have seen the mysterious car that's been here for a year. We have got a 1957 Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing that is one of only 400 ever made. Yes, 400 ever made. The mold, out of that 400, it was one of the 400 where the mold was made off of the existing Mercedes. It's one of the first ones that ever had a mold taken off a Mercedes. Yes, it is fiberglass, but it's still, and it is documented, it is one of the first ones ever documented. Now it's running a newer engine, it's running a custom-made frame. I'll get into details later on a different video, but we've been working on it. The owner kind of asked me to keep it hush-hush, but he doesn't mind if we show it now. Didn't want people lurking around, snooping around, but you tell me, when was the last time you seen one of these? This car is using all the original glass from a Mercedes. It's using the original grille from Mercedes, all the original bumpers from Mercedes, all the original gauges, all the original rubbers and seals, the bumpers. That's all Mercedes. The outside door handles, the door locks, it is all 57 Mercedes. All original stuff for a Gullwing. It is not aftermarket, it's original. And this car is sitting here right now. And Sean's getting ready to put the final primer on the body. So that's how long it's been since you've ever seen it. Let's see in here. There she is. Yeah. All ready to go. All ready to go. Look at that. Kind of appropriate song for this car, Bad to the Bone, George Thorogood. Get out of your way here. All right. So what I will do is I'll give you a bit of a lowdown, if you all want one, on the Mercedes right now. I'm going to get over here in the office. It's just the temperature here is like 37, 38 this week, and I love the heat. I don't mind it, but I've been out in the driveway working all day in the driveway on that truck there, playing with it. So yeah, I got myself a good tan today. Oh boy. Okay, the Mercedes. Let me get this foam back here. I'm going to tell you, I got all the specs right here. Oh, okay, here we go. Are you ready? Okay, let me see if I can set this camera down. Oh, that don't work, does it? Ah, there we go. That might work. Let's have a seat. Okay, so what you have got here is a 1957 Mercedes. This is the info, all the info that is documented for this car. It's a, sorry guys, 57 Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing. The car was conceived and partially built by a very renowned car designer and car builder. Keep that off to the side, you know, this is from the owner himself, okay? It features a brand new LS3 crate engine with 450 horse Bought right out of GM, purchased as a package. It included the matching ECU computer. It is mated to a brand new 6-speed GM manual gearbox. It can go, it can rip, trust me. Custom KW adjustable coilovers, front and rear, suspension, utilizing the Heights custom IRS differential and Willwood disc brakes on all 4 corners. It has an inboard disc brakes in the rear, electronic e-brake with a button, obviously located on the dash. We installed all that. Heat. Now these cars never came with this because the windows never rolled down in them cars. So imagine trying to drive a car back in the day and the heat in that car. They still don't roll down, obviously. But anyway, this car has got now heater and an AC, all supplied by Vintage Air. The steering column is custom made. The car is fitted with power assist rack and pinion steering. Car has a custom built removable aluminum underbelly skins to keep all the crap and the shit off. Wind speeds. We did all that too. They're sitting out here. We built all that stuff. You guys missed all that. I didn't film it. Sorry. The body was made many number of years ago, and from the mold of a 300 SL, the original mold. The custom tubular frame was made in Southern California. The custom gauges are the VDO, which are custom made faces designed to look similar to the originals. The front grille assembly is all from the actual car. It is worth more than a deposit on a new condo, apparently. The tail lights, headlights, bezels, signal switch, steering wheel, all are from an original SL. All the windows glass are from an original SL. All the rubber seals surrounding, like I said earlier, are from Mercedes. The bumpers were custom manufactured and they're perfect. They're dead on. The doors, hood, and trunk are properly hung, which of course, because we did it. Anyway, I'm not bragging here. The one-off custom wheels, which I didn't show you, we got them set aside, obviously. The one-off custom wheels are 16-inch Mercedes style alloy wheels, which were custom made for this car. They were expensive and fitted with new Toyo, or however you want to pronounce it, Proxies, whatever, I don't know. 225, 45, R16. There you go, that's the tires. The seats and interior are all going to be custom, they're all there, but they'll be custom made to look original. He also has, the original custom fitted Mercedes stacked luggage set that was stored behind the seats. He's got the original Mercedes luggage, not no repo. He's got all the original stuff. So we're doing, obviously, like I say, we're doing all the paint, the windows, the glass, the fitting. We're doing that still right now, as you can see. What else can I tell you? This is going to be a Mercedes that's going to be dependable. You can drive it. You got air conditioning, you got heat, you got wipers, you got everything that you need. But you got a car, that's just unique. Because Mercedes, you look at Barrett-Jackson, not that I'm a fan of Barrett-Jackson, because I think their numbers are fucking out to lunch. But these cars, original ones, are like 1 mil. This car's, definitely not there, but it's up there. Trust me, it is up there. Not a million, but it's up there. Because you're gonna, and this is one you can actually take out, buy for cheaper than the real deal, and drive it and have fun with it. So here's a little information. These 300 SL coupes were built from 54 to 57. There were approximately 1,400 Gullwing coupes built worldwide, and approximately 1,000 of the other cars were imported into the United States. Were imported to the United States by the world. Where are we here? These cars are purchased brand new. What were they? These cars are purchased brand new for $6,820 plus tax in US dollars, that is. To these cars, like I say, they sell anywhere from 1 million. Apparently there was one many years ago that went across at 10 million. It was probably an untouched original car. What are we writing here now? On May 5th, 2022, in a secret auction at the Mercedes Car Museum in Germany, Mercedes-Benz sold one of just two 1955 300 SLR coupes from its existing collection of historic automobiles, which dates back to the earliest day of the car in the late 19th century. That sale to a private buyer was for 135 million euros, which worked out to what's he got here? 142 million. No, 14 million. Sorry, 14 million. I'm reading it wrong. US dollars, that is again. So anyway, is this car that car? No, it's not an original Mercedes, but it is documented it is one of 400 only ever that were taken off the original Mercedes mold. like off the Birchall Mercedes body. So that's got something to say for it. So it's a car that's, it's one of the most expensive cars we've ever had in here that we're going to build, and we're happy to do it for the owner, and we're damn proud of it. And this is going to be the one where it will get the wet sand and polish in the end, and it will go to the extreme. Underneath, it's clean, it's tidy. He didn't get carried away underneath. He's got a new motor, obviously it's clean, the diff is all new, the suspension's all new, but the frame is this black paint, it's custom made, you know, it's not like, you don't see it, because we made all these underbelly aluminum pans that go underneath there to keep it all hidden, because he's going to drive this car and have fun with this car. So good for him. Good for him. What else would you do with it? Why would you have such a sexy car and not drive it? So hey, it's always a good time and old time, and you'll be getting some more videos of this car. See you next time.